PR Connections Radio presents this episode of the PR Connections podcast is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
Hello there, and this is Jesse Oakley III, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with yours truly, Jesse Oakley III. Now, the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is for me to interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in their community, whether they're speakers, singers, writers, entertainers, athletes, you name them, you'll hear from them first right here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. For today's episode, we're going to do something a little bit different. As you see, I do not have any guests on my show because the guest is who you're talking to right now, or who you're seeing right now is none other than yours truly, Jesse Oakley III. And yes, I am the host of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask those similar questions I ask a different guests and give you an understanding on how this podcast came to be. How did I create Sunday Morning Chat Series? And now, the first question I'll ask is, what is the Sunday Morning Chat Series and how did I get started? Well, for me, the Sunday Morning Chat Series got started back in 2020. And when I was doing this at 2020, I just looked at everything that was going on 5 years ago. You had COVID, you had a lot of tense, a lot of pressure, a lot of negative news that was going on around the world. And I thought to myself, why not create something positive about people making differences in the community? And that is where the idea of the Sunday Morning Chat Series came from. It's all about positive words of wisdom for different people that make big differences in the community. But it did not get started as the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Originally, it was titled the Oak Zone, and the idea was brought up by a meeting I went to, actually a seminar I went to that was hosted by Evan Carmichael, a well-known YouTuber. And he was a well-known YouTuber that she had you to believe, and he was on this Believe tour. And one of the stops he made was in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the California Hotel and Casino. And Evan Carmichael, I got a chance to introduce him and get a chance to get the whole seminar started. And he mentioned one thing that I like to do to make a big difference, and that is create my own podcast. At first, it started with the Oak Zone, and then it somehow merged into the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And from that time, I knew I had something with the Sunday Morning Chat Series because I get a chance to interview lots of people that have done some amazing work and some amazing types of goals, and you name it, they've done it. And I really want to get an idea on how they got started, what were some of their obstacles, what were some of their moments, and some good words of wisdom for my crew, which is the happy people. And very interesting about happy people. Where did I get happy people from? Well, I got happy people from back in 2006. That was about 19 years ago. When I was sitting at a radio station, getting a chance to talk about Toastmasters when I was an area governor, I had a chance to sit down and be with another person who was also a guest on a radio show. And one person at the host asked how I was doing. And I said, I'm doing very good. Hello, happy people. And that somehow got stuck with the whole happy people. Oh, and that other person that was sitting next to me during the radio interview happens to be a lovely lady by the name of Dana Wall. Yes, she is my wife. She became Dana Wall Oakley. We had our first encounter, and you could say the rest is history. That's the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series, is to actually have positive words of wisdom that could create big differences in the community. The second part is, yes, that's how I got started. I already answered that question already. And now the third question I will answer is, what were some of the challenges that I had to face in creating this podcast? Well, these challenges are twofold. One is finding the guests that appear on this podcast of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Yes, it could be quite a challenge. All you can do is just ask if they're able to be on the podcast, if they're going to be on the Sunday Morning Chat Series, and they can give you two answers. They can give you a yes, or they can give you a no. If they give you a no, that's okay because it opens up more room for other people to be interviewed on the Sunday morning chat series. But if they give you a yes, that's when the scheduling comes in because there's so many people that are on different time zones, whether it be on the Pacific, Central, Mountain, or Eastern time zones of the United States, or whether it be in Hawaii or Alaska time zones, or whether it be in a time zone from all over the world. It can be quite challenging to actually get the schedule going and get a chance to talk to different people. Because I've talked to different people on podcasts from Australia, from Asia, from Europe, from Africa, from United States, from Canada, from all over the globe. And it is truly interesting to actually organize and get everything to going with these recordings. And it can be quite challenging at times, but I was able to overcome it. Now, the other challenge I do have is in myself. I have to get enough courage to ask people to actually be on the podcast. And sometimes I could get a little intimidated by who I'm asking or who I want to be on the podcast, get a chance to share their time and share their wisdoms from different people. Because you look at some of the people that are on the podcast, there's some amazing people and they're great. And it could get quite difficult for me to even ask if they want to be on the show. But I want to go back further because what's the worst that could happen? They can either say yes or they get to say no. And if they say no, it's not like a dagger to the heart. It's not like I'm going to stop breathing. No. If they say no, I'm still here. I'm still around. I'm still standing. That no, if that no is the worst thing that's ever happened, I could still live with it and I could deal with it. And I got to realize that in myself, there's always going to be some type of rejections. There's always going to be some type of no's. There's always going to be some type of people that will be able to have time to actually do this podcast on the Sunday morning chat series. But for those that say yes, there's always an organization that we have to do. And some people may delay. Some people may go in another time. Some people may have different crash sessions in their schedules. And you know what? That's okay. I still want to keep them in the radar as we do our recordings for the Sunday morning chat series. Then another question I like to answer is the best moments. What were some of the best moments from the Sunday morning chat series? That is a very difficult question to answer because the people I've had on the Sunday morning chat series podcast were truly amazing. Whether it is something that has to do with Toastmasters, whether it's someone that was an agent for different entertainers, whether it was a comedian, whether it was someone that used to play in the NFL. There were so many great people that were on the Sunday morning chat series that were truly fantastic. And if you want to see these past episodes, might I recommend that you go to my YouTube page, which is titled Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. Just go over there, subscribe, hit the like button, and see all the people that I've interviewed from the past, whether it be from 2020, whether it be from 2021, whether it be from 2024 or 2025. There's some great people that I've interviewed on this podcast. I really hope that you enjoy them. Now, I've mentioned 2020 and 2021 and 2024 and 2025. Why the 3-year lapse? Well, for the 3-year lapse, I was doing the podcast in the beginning from the summer of 2020 to September of 2021. And I had to stop because I was running for a position in Toastmasters International. I was running for international director at the time. And when I was putting my paperwork to world headquarters and say that I'm a declared candidate for international director, I had to stop doing these podcasts. And I did not want any conflict of interest happening between the people I interview versus my role as international director. So I had to stop right there and do my work as international director for Toastmasters. Yes, I ran for international director in 2021. I won the election at the convention in Nashville in 2022, and I did a 2-year service as a board member for Toastmasters International from 2022 to 2024. At the near end of my term in 2024, before I head to the convention in Anaheim, I was at a luncheon. And at this luncheon, there were so many people that I've interviewed on my podcast, the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And they mentioned that how much fun they had and how much energy they had, and they felt the energy inside of me, and they said, "Man, you should do that again." And I thought in my head, like, you know what? They may be right. Actually, they are right. And I realized that I really had more enjoyment getting a chance to interview people and sort of get that energy going because the people I interview, they energize me with their stories, with their wisdom, with their challenges that they overcame. That is what drives me. And I realized that I missed it so much that I want to do it again. So when my term ended at the Toastmasters Convention in Anaheim in 2024, I made a commitment to go back to the Sunday Morning Chat Series podcast. And there was a person I've interviewed in my early episodes, a founder of this PR Connections, Guy Dawson, who owns PR Connections and Classic Communications. And he offered me a spot on his program in his channel to actually do the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And we sealed the deal with not only paperwork, but with a good handshake. And I knew that the PR Connections is back. And I was very excited. And I got a chance to contact different people on the podcast. But it wasn't like before where it was on my own Zoom or anything else like that. No, this is on a channel with other great podcasts that are here on PR Connections. And I feel proud and I feel very grateful to actually get this taken care of. But yes, there's a 3-year absence because of what I was doing for Toastmasters. And once I was done with that, I got back on the Sunday Morning Chat Series with so many amazing people. Another question that I do have, the answer for myself is, if I were to see somebody that is inspired by what I'm doing with this podcast and they want to do what I'm doing, what advice would I give that person? Well, it's easy. I would let that person know all you had to do is just start taking those first steps. There's so many people that are scared to take those first steps. There's so many people that are inside their minds and they think this is going to stink, or that doubt comes in. They think that, why do this? Why is it worth it? Is it even worth the chance? And I'm here to let you know is you never know unless you take those steps. Jim Morrison said it best, that the things between the known and the unknown are the doors. Hence his band name, The Doors. So you got to take those first steps and go through the door and see what's out there and see what's possible. If it doesn't go too well the first time around, that's okay. Because when it goes the first time around or the first time of attempt, it's always best to expect to stink. And when you expect to stink, you have two choices. You either back away from it or you learn from your lessons and become better. Hopefully you choose the latter and become better. That is the advice I have for the person I want to be able to actually do this podcast is take those first steps, go through the door, and if it doesn't go right, expect to stink and then become better. Now, how can more people know about this podcast? Well, that's easy. You're right here at PR Connections. Chances are this might be a live thing on my Facebook page. And hopefully people can check this out. And you can also go to YouTube and type in PR Connections. You'll see a lot of shows that are there, a lot of podcasts. Like and subscribe to PR Connections. And you can also go to my own Sunday Morning Chat Series page on YouTube called Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. And you'll be able to like, subscribe, and see all the videos from the past that I've done since 2020. And if you're able to go through that, then hopefully you get a chance to see so many people that I've interviewed in the past. And these are some great interviews that I would definitely love for you to check out, and I'd be honored if you check them all out. And I'll tell you what, today is a shout out portion this portion is the shout out portion, pardon me. Now for the shout out portion, who can I give a shout out to? I would like to give a shout out to all the people that I've interviewed in the past, because the people that I've interviewed, this would not be possible because of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Without you, there'll be no Sunday Morning Chat Series. Also, I'd like to thank Guy Dawson for getting me involved in PR Connections, for getting a second chance to do the Sunday Morning Chat Series podcast. I also want to thank my wife for her love and support. Thank you very much, Dana. Love you, honey. And I also want to thank you, the happy people that come in and check out each episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Without you, none of this would be possible. These are the amazing people that I'd like to thank and give a shout out to for making the Sunday Morning Chat Series what it is right now. And my final words of wisdom for all the happy people that are out there. Oh my goodness, there's so many I could think of. But I will leave you with these words of wisdom from a legendary Toastmaster who was a 60-year Toastmaster before he passed 5 years ago. And I'm talking about distinguished Toastmaster, past international director, and accredited speaker, Don Inch. And he told me these wise words when I got elected as division governor back in 2008. Stay the course, never quit, for quitting is worse than failing. There may be those times where you'll get those more no's than yeses. There may be those times where you get turned away or looked over. But if you have a goal, if you have an end result in mind, always remember to stay the course and never quit, because you can learn a thing or two about your journey. You can learn what you possibly can by sharing with different people that are like-minded. And you also get a chance to meet new people that can help you out along the way. So it's always best to stay the course and never quit. Because if you stay the course and get to the end results, or what you need to get to the end results with, then you realize that when you turn around, you inspired many people by blazing your own trail. And don't think that when you finish getting to your goal, that's it. No. I'd also like to leave you with another piece of word of wisdom from a Haitian proverb. Beyond mountains, more mountains. So when you're done climbing the mountain that you do have, remember, there are more mountains out there. And it's up to you to climb as many mountains as you can to accomplish and conquer as many goals as you like. And that is a perfect bookend to this wonderful episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And this is Jesse Oakley III speaking. But before we go, I'd like to give credit to PR Connections. And to check out more PR Connections, go to prconnections.com. Or you could also go to the YouTube page. You can go to the Facebook page. And you can check out PR Connections. And again, you could go to my YouTube channel, Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. Subscribe, like, comment about the past interviews that I've done, and hopefully get a chance to learn a thing or two about a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in their community. This is Jesse Oakley III speaking for another Sunday Morning Chat Series. I hope to see you again Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, happy people. Until next time, bye.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.